Hello guys, it's Christy Lewis from Dostoevsky in Space, and today I'm here to tell you about a book group that I started on Facebook a couple months before I started my Booktube channel. And I ran it for a few months, and I just realized that I didn't know enough people who really read books. Like, I like to read classics and award-winning fiction. To really run a club. We were voting on books, and then we would do live video calls on Facebook messaging. We read 3 books. But now that we are locked in, I thought maybe people would have more, not attention span, because by all accounts everybody has less attention span for reading right now, myself included. I'm having such a hard time focusing. However, we might have more time, and if you're looking for something really worthwhile to devote your attention to, like reading in community, I just kind of thought, well, maybe this is the time to restart the book club. The book group is called Christian Critics, a book club for readers of classic and award-winning fiction. That doesn't mean you have to be a Christian to join. I called it that because at the time before I started Booktube, I had lots of Christian friends on Facebook. The group is on Facebook. And I was trying to just attract some Christian friends into reading classics and award-winning fiction with me. And so that's why I called it that. A few people have been reading with me. One of them, Siobhan, is reading The Secret Garden with me right now, which was a Kate Howe read-along during middle grade March. I keep saying award-winning fiction, but it's not actually fiction, it's literature, meaning there can be nonfiction too, like nonfiction books and poetry and lots of stuff wins awards. We read Till We Have Faces, and I had a really nice discussion on that. I also read Redeployment with Lisa. Our next book that we were going to read was Flannery O'Connor, The Collected Stories, which I would love to read still. Lisa, if you ever see this, I would love to read this with you. I've already read a lot of these, and I'm reading one of them right now for the Codex Cantina because they're doing short story videos, like one at a time, which is just so cool. And the other book that we read was Silence by Shuksako Endo. All of these were really worthwhile reads, and they were ones that people had suggested and we voted on. In fact, I think I suggested all of them, maybe? I think they were all my suggestions. So part of the relaunch here that I'm doing is going to be me mostly suggesting the books, and we'll vote on which one. I'll suggest 2 and we vote on which one. But I do want to hear your guys' recommendations to me for which ones we can vote on, because I am so bad at finding award-winning literature and nonfiction and just modern stuff in general. I tend to just read classics. When I want to read something tough, I'm like, oh yeah, a classic. But I realized that there's a lot out there that's being published now that wasn't really talked about back in the day. So if you are a modern type reader, I would really love to have you in this group. And if you are a classic type reader, I would also really love to have you in this group, because that's really where I'm at. Anybody who reads classics or award-winning literature in general, please, I would love it if you joined. If you're not comfortable with the name, I didn't really finish explaining about that. Again, it was just the name at the time that was helping me find some friends of a like mind. Also because I want to be able to suggest and read books of theology. They should still be books that have a wide interest range, that will interest a wide range of people, not just Christians or Catholics or whatever. But at the time when I created the group, I just wanted to kind of signal that we would be reading some of that kind of stuff. But again, at everyone who reads must converse. Dang it, Noah, your channel name? I love it, but it's kind of hard for me to remember. Anyways, he was just talking about the heart of all sutras. That sounds awesome. I would love to read that in community. I'm really open to suggestions here. I love philosophical stuff. If you guys would like to join, I would really love to have you. If you're not comfortable with the name on Facebook, or if you don't have a Facebook, that's totally fine. We can talk on Booktube. And if you do want to join the Facebook group, awesome! You guys are making it easy for me. But really, either way, I'd be really glad to have you. For this relaunch of the book club, I want to be having books every 2 months. So we have 2 months to read the book. For hard books like this, I really like to take time and chew on them. And sometimes 2 months is what it takes. I was so tempted to suggest a Dostoevsky book for my first poll here. However, I decided that since I'm already doing a buddy read of The Hunchback of Notre Dame, this month in like April or May with Melanie Frenchie, I thought, I'm not going to be able to read this and a Dostoevsky novel. So in the meantime, I'm going to go along with books that I'm mostly already buddy reading. Basically what I want this club to be able to do is just connect people who want to do read-alongs of like classic stuff or award-winning stuff, like stuff that's really worthwhile reading that will have a lot to talk about that won't be too hard to get a hold of either. Hang on. Hello, I'm back. I forgot to mention earlier, if you just want to join and kind of keep tabs on what we're reading and jump in on the books that are interesting to you, go for it. Honestly, don't feel bad if you can't read the book for those 2 months or whatever, because it's gonna be a book that I want to read anyway. So it's not like I'm wasting my time reading some book. Don't worry about that. Just do what's best for you. And if you can, join me for a read-along. I just think read-alongs are just the best way to be friends with somebody. You just have such a heightened, for me personally, I have such a heightened experience of reading when I'm reading it with somebody. Especially books that are really important books. I just get so much more out of it when I'm reading it with people. So anytime you're reading with me, you're doing me a huge favor. And I hope that I can do you the same favor. Right, so anyways, the books. I already mentioned The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I would really like to read this one in April and May because I'm already planning to read it, and it would be great to have some other peeps to read it with. The other option that you could vote on if you want is Dune by Frank Herbert. My soul. I just lost the spine. Oh, look at that. It's gone. Well, that stinks. I'm sorry, it's such an ugly copy, but I bet it's a great book. I really do want to read this one. I know that Ramsey at Readalongs Bookclub just read this and I just missed it. Just missed it. I think Michael Dipp also just read this. Everybody's already read it but me, apparently. So I don't know, maybe nobody will vote for it because they've already read it. That's okay. I'm reading it anyway. If you want to read it with me, vote for this one. This one is going to be a movie too in December. This one has adaptation fun with it, which of course The Hunchback of Notre Dame also has an adaptation. I don't know how close it is to the story. So those are the two options, Dune and The Hunchback of Notre Dame for the first one. So just let me know if you want to read one of these in the comments. Just drop the name. Let me know if you're joining the Facebook group or if you would rather just do it on YouTube. If you want to join it all, if you don't want to join it all, that's totally cool too. Thank you for watching, you faithful viewer, you. Okay, I think that's it. I don't think I'm missing anything. Oh, I am missing something. If you leave me comments on the videos that announce the winner for the 2-month pick, I will put out an announcement video for that one. If you like read the book and leave a comment with your thoughts on the book in that announcement video, I will read your comments in the video. Kate Howe does that with her Victorian read-along videos, which I think is such a great idea, like just a way to bring everybody into the discussion. So there'll be some discussion going on in the Facebook group. Hopefully there'll be some discussion in the YouTube comments. I've no idea. We'll see how this goes. We'll see if anybody is interested. Hopefully so. Alright, you guys are so great. Thank you for being my friend, whether you join or not. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos and commenting. Man, how great is it to have friends? If you enjoyed this video, just give it a thumbs up for me. That would really help me out. And hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. And the notifications bell if you want to be notified anytime I make a new video. Okay guys, take care, stay safe, keep being awesome.